Hello friends, my name is Siddharth Joshi, Assistant Professor LJ Institute of Physiotherapy, Ahmedabad. Today's topic is acne vulgaris. It is very important topic for final year as it is frequently asked in Gujarat University examination for 8 marks and for private practitioners also because in this topic we will cover physiotherapy management also. So today's topic is acne vulgaris. Acne vulgaris means in layman's term you can say it's like pimples. Pimples is acne vulgaris. So let's start today's topic acne vulgaris. Acne vulgaris is a skin disease caused by changes in the pilosebaceous units. That means the hair follicles and sebaceous glands. It commonly occurs during adolescence, affecting more than 85% of the teenager and frequently continues to the adulthood. Means in adolescent age it will affect more. Now pathology. Pathology is very important because you know how it happened. Because when you know how it happened, you can easily plan the physiotherapy management. So in pathology, acne vulgaris results from blockage of follicles, hyperkeratinization and formation of plug of keratin and sebum are the earliest changes. Enlargement of sebaceous glands and an increase in sebum production occurs with increase in androgen production. Means in androgen production is also increases. The microcomedones means it's a small hole. The microcomedones may enlarge to form an open comedones, that is black heads, or a closed comedones, that is white heads. Means you remember in pimples there are two types of dots, white dots and black dots. So when it black dots, why it happened? So the microcomedones may enlarge to form an open comedone, that is black heads, or a closed comedones, that is white heads. Closed comedones are direct result of skin pores becoming clogged with the sebum and dead skin cells. In this condition, the naturally occurring large commensal bacteria can causes the inflammation leading to inflammatory lesion. There are chances that this will happen due to the bacteria. Face and upper neck are most commonly affected, but it is not necessary that only face and upper neck. There are conditions in which chest, back, shoulder may have acne as well. Typical acne lesions are comedones, inflammatory papules, pustules, and nodules. Large nodules are called nodulocytic lesions, which are seen in severe inflammatory acne. Now important topic, causes. What are the causes? So once you know what are the causes, you can easily correlate with the treatment plan, because to stop the cause it's a one type of physiotherapy management or treatment. So causes, first and most important, which we cannot change, that is family or genetic history. Acne tends to run in family, means your father, your grandfather all have this history of acne, which is mostly common in adolescent age. Hormonal activities such as menstrual cycle in puberty. During puberty, androgen activity increases. So there, this is the main reason to happen acne. So once you stop this reason, automatically acne will decrease. Inflammation, skin irritation, or scratching of any kind will activate the inflammation. Stress. Some believe that increased output of hormones from adrenaline gland during the stress period may activate the acne formation. Some patient will complain to you that whenever I am in stress or whenever I am in some problem, automatically acne will increase. Or some students are complaining that in exam time we have more acne, more pimples. So this is the basic reason why it will happen. Hyperactivity of sebaceous glands and accumulation of dead skin cells that block the pores. So these all are the causes. Now why it will difficult? Bacteria in pores, use of anabolic steroids, use of certain medication containing lithium, barbiturate, androgen or amphetamines. Diet you are supposed to use. Acne is inflamed by dietary factors. People consuming high amount of chocolates may increase the chance of developing acne. So you should concentrate on diet also. It should be very simple. Then carbohydrates. Recent studies have shown that low glycemic food that rapidly digest carbohydrates like soft drinks, sweets, white bread produce an overload in blood glucose that stimulates the secretion of insulin, which in turn trigger release of IGF-1. It has direct effect on pilosebaceous unit and has shown to stimulate hyperkeratization and epidermal hyperplasia. These events facilitate acne formation. So this whole event will increase the chances of acne. Now vitamin A and vitamin E, which is very important. Acne vulgaris is patients have lower value of vitamin A and E in the blood. So when you give supplement of vitamin A and vitamin E, automatically acne vulgaris will decrease. Treatment. So treatment is divided into some part. First one is topical. Topical means you are supposed to apply directly on the skin. So in the topical bacterial products containing benzoyl peroxide is used in mild to moderate cases of acne vulgaris. The gel or cream is applied daily into the pores on affected lesion. Oral antibiotics, erythromycin obviously, tetramycin, antibiotics, all antibiotics you are supposed to use to decrease the bacterial infection. Typical antibiotics which can be applied externally are erythromycin, clindamycin, all these are you are supposed to apply directly. Then hormonal treatment, whatever hormone is decreased, you are supposed to give that as a supplement. So in hormonal treatment, in female acne can be improved by the hormonal treatment. Common combined estrogen or progesterone method of hormonal contagion has shown the effect. Topical retinoids, oral retinoids is also important and which gives a proper result. Now physiotherapy treatment. What are the physiotherapy treatment which is helpful in acne vulgaris? So first one is UVR and the second one is laser. So in UVR, first the skin is washed with the soap water. So decrease the resistance. First the skin is washed with the soap water and then gently dried with the clean towel, then irritated by UVR. Even dose is given 2 to 3 minutes time a week for about 3 to 4 weeks. You are not supposed to give more UVR once you recovered because UVR has itself some adverse effects. So once you are cured, immediately stop that treatment. This is given to improve the condition of the skin and this is repeated. E2 and E3 doses are given for healing purpose. This will open the block causing the infected material to discharge rather than retain in the skin. And laser, our favorite helium neon laser, which gives extraordinary result. Laser, helium neon laser with wavelength of 632.8 nanometer to burn away the follicle sac from which the hair grows. It burns away the sebaceous gland which produce oil. Also, it induces formation of oxygen which kills the bacteria which causes acne vulgaris. Laser can be used for scar marks keloids.